All right, I'm going to say goodbye to the chat. Hi to everyone who said hi, and also hi to everyone in the future who's watching this. So yes, goodbye chat, and we'll start the game. Here we go! We're going to win this. We're going to win this match. That's what's going to happen, because I said so. Okay, I'm going to mark down that I'm going first. Close that. Nothing funny stuff. We got estates, provinces, 4-3 opening. Ooh, Baker. I saw Baker, right? Baker with 4-3 opening. Let's take a look at the board. Attack Soothsayer. And that's the only one. Okay, it's the only attack. There doesn't appear to be any direct defense. Is there any trashing? Develop. Ugh. Develop's the only trashing. So, that's not so bueno, right? I mean, Develop is... Develop really doesn't like trashing things. It's not very good at it. It's more of a gainer than a trasher. And it's terminal. So that's fine. Village, well, the only village is Squire, which isn't the best village ever, but, you know, it's a good card. Sure. Well, you've got non-terminal draw, right? You've got stables. And that's it. So, I mean, you can increase your hand size. You can do villages. And there's plus buy here with Squire, but man, rebuilds with estates. I mean, you can... With the Baker opening, you can open Rebuild Chancellor, which is really good. I'm going to have a hard time getting away from that. I mean, maybe Soothsayer opening helps. I don't think it does. I mean, the golds, it's got to be too slow. Rebuild is so fast here, right? I mean, Ironworks isn't all that great. All the things you really want cost 5. I just don't see explosive potential that's going to outclass Rebuild here. And with a great enabler for Rebuild like Chancellor, with the ability to open Rebuild Chancellor, I really don't think I'm going to be able to get away from this. I don't even think Soothsayer is worth it. I think straight Rebuild Chancellor has to be the way to go here. Which is fine. I mean, I'm first player, and I feel like halfway decent at Rebuild matches now. Yeah, I think I've been pretty thorough here, so let's just go ahead and open Rebuild. Yeah, I'm imagining this is going to be a mirror. I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. Chancellor, get Rebuild number 2, cycle deck. This is kind of good. Now, actually, discarding here is not... yeah, I have a Rebuild in here. Yeah? I mean, this is a very fortunate draw here. Hitting 5 is everything I could have asked for. I'm definitely getting Rebuild number 2. But I don't want to skip past Rebuild. Deck tracking is so important in Rebuild games. I think I would rather just do this. Okay. This 3, is it going to be Chancellor, Silver, or Estate? I gotta be honest with you. My chances of buying a duchy right now are sort of low. I mean, I've got 1 silver equivalent. I'm gonna wish for the ace real quick. And that didn't trigger a shuffle, which is fortunate for me. I don't like the second Chancellor. I would rather have a silver than a Chancellor. The question is silver or estate. I mean, he did get his second rebuild. He did cycle. The estate's very risky. I don't feel comfortable with it. I would rather take my chances trying to buy a duchy. It's just such an aggressive play. I don't feel comfortable making it. Okay. So far, we're very close. Okay, you have to get the estate. You Chancellor cycled yourself. Did you? What? You did discard your deck. So you do 5, and then you cycled a bunch with your rebuild. Okay. Well, we're going to name Duchy here. And, well, we're going to pick up a Duchy. Now, what did I skip here? I skipped my other rebuild and my Chancellor. I skipped all of my economy. This hand is terrible here. Right? It doesn't have a rebuild. It doesn't have... It's got 2 coppers there, I think. Did I just freshly shuffle? I did. There's 2 coppers and a duchy in there. Yeah, that's terrible. I don't want to get an estate now because I'm likely to have to buy one next turn. I can delay the decision. So silver here is pretty clearly the right move. Did track my deck successfully. That's great. We're going to have a $4 hand here, and I'm not going to cycle with the Chancellor. Okay. We're even. He's got an extra state. You discarded. It's a duchy buy for you, right? Yeah, that's pretty clear. I've gotten unfortunate luck. You have an extra state and a duchy. I'm in trouble, actually. My best hope is for a double rebuild turn, which is not impossible. I'm going to need an estate to support that. What's the best? I have to take the chance, basically, that you can't rebuild and buy a duchy. Or just double rebuild. I'm going to want that extra estate in my deck. Oh, and then I could draw the estate. Actually, this is terrible. I have a terrible draw here. I think I need to get an estate here. Okay. I feel much better now. All I need you to do is not get double duchy, and we're in great shape, because then you get stuck with the extra estate, and I have a very good advantage. So, totally swingy game, but, you know, that's rebuild for you. You can't even single duchy. Okay, estate there, I'm pretty sure has to be a mistake. I really don't like that estate. Anyway, we're just going to grab a couple of dookies here. Skip a lot of our good cards, but that's fine. Oh, we chancellored ourselves here. So that's 4 duchies, right? I skipped the other 3. I just saw my whole deck. I mean, I know exactly what's in my deck. That was a great draw. It makes up for all of the bad stuff. Now, estate here is just not what I want. Yeah. 6 estates in the trash, and there are... There are going to be 2 extra estates. There's something I'm not counting correctly. 4 of these estates are mine. 2 of them are his. So he's got 3 in his deck. Ugh. Anyway, silver's the right buy here. Well, I'll buy the duchy if I can, but that's not going to happen. But it's turbo rebuild for me from here on out. Because he's got the estates. I have the advantage in that scenario. Actually, I should consider big money rebuild from here on out. I mean, I can buy a gold here. That's quite strong. Let's reevaluate. See if he's going for estate blitz. He's going. He has to go for big money rebuild because estate blitz is just not profitable for him. In here, I've got 2 rebuilds. I'm likely to be able to start cycling. So that makes rebuild pretty good. That doesn't affect rebuild versus gold. Turbo rebuild or big money rebuild? I like turbo rebuild. Here. Actually, if I was going to go big money rebuild, I would seriously consider counting house here. That would be quite strong. I feel like rebuild's the right call here. Silver for you. Great. Well, I'm not getting an estate, so let's pick up a silver. This is fine, but dangerous. Oh, that's depressing. Very even, but he's got 2 estate lead. Yep. It's 2 estate quote-unquote lead, Of course, one of his rebuild plays has to miss, and I need to turbo my way through. I mean, that's how I'm intending to win the game. I'm not going to win the game by picking up estates. I could buy a province, but I would rather just get more rebuilds. This is fine. I'm going to get my 2 provinces and hope he can't double. When did you get an ironworks? That was weird. I wonder if silver was better. Scout. Now Scout is just a nombo with rebuild. That's just a mistake. Did you discard? You did not. That means you've got rebuilds coming up, doesn't it? I need to just go ahead and track your deck here. You discarded. You didn't play a rebuild. You played 1 rebuild. You've got 2 rebuilds in your discard now. 3 rebuilds in your discard. What? One, 2, 3. You can only have 1 rebuild in this hand, so you can't double on this turn. And even if you play that rebuild, you could. Now, whatever. I'm gonna do this. Right, and now I'm out of duchies, so estate here is okay. Because I'm just going to name estate with all my rebuilds now. So as long as you don't double on this turn, which I just determined was not possible, then I win the game, yes? Yes. Well, you could rebuild and buy a province. That's possible. Great. Okay. Well, it wasn't pretty. It was rebuild. I know it's not everyone's favorite thing in the world, but you know what? I got to win, and really, right now, that's all I care about. I super don't care about anything else.